Welcome back to another episode of Today in Sports. This is from the Couch Sports. We got a few things going on today. Conor McGregor is set up to fight his next fight in UFC. It's been like 2 years just about. I want to say he fought Nate Diaz in UFC 205 was his last UFC fight. And then he had about a year of training to fight boxing, and he fought Mayweather last July. So fast forward to October 6th, he's going to fight Khabib. I actually am really excited to watch this fight. I'm not huge on UFC. This is definitely a fight I'm going to tune into. From what I've seen of both of them, I think their fighting styles, contrast pretty well. Khabib's kind of that, on the ground brawler kind of guy, and McGregor's the stand up, try to knock you out fighter. I think it'll be an exciting fight. I hope that McGregor doesn't, take 2 years off, collect the check, and just not work on this. I hope he comes in, and I hope he wrecks Khabib. That would be awesome to see. Besides that, we saw last night Ravens-Bears. I touched on it a little bit yesterday, but didn't actually touch on the gameplay of Lamar Jackson. Played pretty much the entire second half, and he only had four pass completions for 10 yards. He had a touchdown and the pick, and I think not for 10 yards. He had like 45 yards passing and like another 30 or so rushing. I think the big thing I noticed is even when they had RG3 out there, they weren't really throwing. They weren't really running an offense fitted to that style of quarterback. And we saw with Nick Foles last year on the Eagles' playoff run, you can build a game plan around your quarterback. You don't have to fit them into the same system that Joe Flacco runs. I think that could be detrimental to his career if they don't try to build an offense around Lamar Jackson. The other big thing is, he's a rookie. He hasn't really had much time with the team. He was thrown to fourth-string receivers. Yes, he was also playing against fourth-string defense, but at the same time, he's not throwing to anybody who's going to really be playing too much besides some of the rookies. So I definitely do want to kind of keep watching, seeing how he develops. I still think that he can be a good NFL quarterback, but I guess only time will tell. Another thing happened today, Johnny Manziel. He started his first CFL football game today. I watched the entire first half, and he finished the first half with 4 interceptions and 0 touchdowns. I think this is the low point in Manziel's career. I know he's had a few, drug problems or like the alcohol problems and whatnot. He's talked about being bipolar, this and that, but that's his low point, and maybe as far as personal life goes, this is definitely his low point on the football field. He didn't even play this bad in the NFL. He's trying to do too much. He's throwing the receivers, they're not catching, and the defense is picking it off, or he's just throwing complete terrible passes. He's totally lost out there on the field, and I don't think that Johnny Football is going to ever make a comeback. I think this is pretty much the last we've heard of him. I guess we'll continue to keep tabs on what's going on in CFL, but besides that, that's pretty much it for today in sports. As always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.